Hello, everybody, and welcome to Live from the Owl's Nest. I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
And together we are RoyalWise, which is computer software training and support specializing in QuickBooks Online, Microsoft Office, and
all things Apple.
There we go. So welcome, everybody. Can you believe it's November?
Can you believe it?
I can't believe it's
I
November
can't believe
already.
it.
I can't believe it either. You think we're going to make it on Kimmel?
Hey, Kimmel.
Hey, Kimmel.
It's November.
I can't believe
it.
It's November already. But anyway, what ended October for me, I'm going to jump in with some Apple stuff real quick because we got a lot of other stuff, QuickBooks stuff coming up. But with the Apple stuff, Apple did the Scary Fast event on October 30th. So Monday, right before Halloween, it was at 5 p.m., which is really strange because normally they do it at 10 in the morning. But this one was 5 o'clock West Coast time. And the Scary Fast event didn't have a lot of stuff. It was all focused on Mac. So no iPhone, no iPad, no nothing like that, just Mac computers. And they announced the new M3 processor. Oh, you love it when I talk about the numbers and the letters.
Oh, wait a minute. So now there's an M3 processor. So all the harassing that I did for like 2 years, I now have to start over again.
The M1 processor, the M2 processor, and now you can make fun of the M3 processor.
M1, M2, M3,
and of course, right. There's the M3 Pro and the M3 Max. As I said on the M1 and the M2, the M3 is fine for your average bear, and the M3 Pro and Max build up the graphic processor for more powerful graphic users like video game designers, video game players. They did some great video examples of people being productive with these machines, like medical researchers, people doing algorithm reiteration and or simulation to study medicine, medical stuff.
Or if you're making deep fakes of my voice.
Oh, hey, if you are in the world of AI and making deep fakes. No, none of that.
No. And if you're using Dolly, it's not you don't need that much graphic capacity.
Forget about it. Yeah. Forget about it. Another big news is they're not going to up the 13-inch MacBook Pro's processor. The M1, maybe the M2 MacBook Pro is, I think, the last 13-inch we're going to see. They're settling into just doing 14 and 16. So I have a 13 and a 14 and a 16.
13's too small to work on. I don't know how you guys do it.
I do it. It's fine. But the 14-inch MacBook Pro will have the M3. Once you want the M3 Pro or M3 Max, it's the 14 and the 16 will have both of those. Besides the power of the processor, power of the graphical unit, the other functional thing, and I've actually had a client get bit by this, so I'm glad to hear it, is they've announced that the M3 Pro can handle 2 external displays and the M3 Max can handle 4 external displays.
4. I mean, I can't live without 2. But
and your displays 4? Are also like 50.
Can I have displays up there and down there?
Yeah, for people like watching the stock market that want 4 displays, like there's people that do stock market watch it want that. Graphic designers want that. So yeah. So just know you've got
people
to go to the M3 Max to get 4 external displays. And also the M3 Max can do 128 gigabytes of memory. Now, your average computer user uses 8 to 16 gigabytes of memory. Maybe you've upped it to 32 gigabytes of memory. They can now do 128 gigabytes of not hard drive space like on a phone, memory, random access memory, RAM. That is an enormous amount. So for people that are mining Bitcoin and or, again, graphic design, video game playing, high level Photoshop rendering and stuff, like any sort of 3D rendering takes quite a bit of processing power. 22-hour battery life, 22 hours of battery life. And they say that plugged in and unplugged, no performance change. That when you're plugged in and you're working, if you unplug and walk away, no drop in performance. It will stay at the high level of performance. Wow.
I like that.
New color is space black. We've always had space gray and silver. We've got rose gold. Now we have space black.
So they've gone from space gray, space, what was the other one you just mentioned?
Silver,
space gray, and black. It's just like different shades of the same.
She almost said
color.
Shades of gray.
Aren't
those different shades of gray? Yeah, the Apple people got it going on. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes at Apple.
I miss rose. I miss purple. I want to,
Rose gold is still available for some of them. There's still the rose gold, and it's pretty. And the only thing they ever announced was the iMac. 24-inch iMac will have an M3 processor. No Pros or Maxes, but iMac 24-inch M3 processor. They say the M3 processor is 60% faster than the M1. I mean, it is an amazing jump for 2 or 3 years of development. And then the iMac also has a 4.5K resolution display, which is
more than the human eye can see.
Right. Well, but I mean, if you're going to use it to like watch movies or whatever, they actually showed some of the new Monarch monster show that's on Apple TV, and it was amazing. These can do something called mesh sharing and ray tracing for graphics, and ray tracing, and especially in video games, is like better shadowing, right? Better look and feel for the shadows, or when you're moving, you can see the shadows better. So
that's a cool name, ray tracing.
Ray tracing. It's the name of my new band.
Yeah, I was gonna make that joke.
I beat you to
all
it.
right, so with all of that, I've kind of got that made me wonder, what is the average RAM of a human brain? How much RAM do we have?
How much memory do we have?
Yeah.
That's a whole no. We don't want. We store things holographically, and they don't do that on computers yet. So it's a whole different thing.
Well, isn't a redundant array holographic computer memory? Isn't there a? I think there's a.
I do not know that
I'm
terminology.
sure,
did not compute. Jamie, about to blow. Okay, let's move on to what's coming up. That's super exciting.
QuickBooks Connect is right around the corner.
We've been sneaking into the unofficial QuickBooks Connect conference Facebook group and causing all sorts of havoc, watching everybody cause all sorts of havoc.
Yep.
But we're super excited to go to Las Vegas again this year to the ARIA for the QuickBooks Connect conference. She's taken me again for some reason. I don't know. We had so much fun last year. They have invited me back.
It's mostly because I know that Las Vegas is his happy place, and we like happy Jamie.
Gambling, eating, shows, circus.
Yeah,
these things are compatible with the Jamie.
Absolutely. And you were like, everybody loves me until they meet you, and then they think you're the best thing ever. So they take you along.
I'm not sure if that's how it works, but okay. And then I can't remember anybody's name. There's like, oh, Jamie this and Jamie that. And I'm like,
But now everybody knows you.
There we go.
Yeah. So at QuickBooks Connect this year, I will be speaking. For the last couple of these, I told you that I was not going to be speaking, but I was just asked to renew our QuickBooks Hacks riff off that we had at the end of the event last year. So at 3:00 on Wednesday. Last year, me and Liz Scott and Deborah Kilsheimer were the team that won over the other team. And this year they're pitting us against each other. So we are going to be bringing out the best of our tips and tricks. So definitely come and make sure you sign up for that session, because I think it's going to fill up pretty quick. But
they put it in the big room. They put it in the really big room. So come.
Yeah,
great.
Absolutely. But since I'm only doing one, that actually frees up my bandwidth to do something new. And I actually realized that one of the best things that I could do for RoyalWise was some field research that, as you've heard from me, we are expanding our training from individual training out to firm level training, so that an accounting firm can get a portal with us and their staff can get CPE credit for taking our QuickBooks and Apple classes, and they can use it as a value added for their clients. But what I need to know is this just a good idea in my head, or is this something that actually would solve some problems for you? So I am going to be doing some field research appointments where you sit down with me for about 10-15 minutes or so, and I'm going to ask you questions about how you approach training for your team and your clients. And I'm going to show you the OWLS and our portal so that you can give us feedback for what you like about it and what you don't like about it, so that before we start this big rollout, we are actually nailing it. And so as thank you for spending your time with me, we're going to have a little swag bag. We've got some new t-shirts and some eyeglass cloths, and who knows, we might even throw in like Starbucks coupons and stuff.
Maybe we'll even go to a bar and have a focus group happy hour.
Drink.
Right?
Ooh, that's a good idea. We buy everybody a drink. Then they'll give us really honest feedback.
You just spit on me.
Sorry.
Seriously, that's excited. So that was a good idea. As far as you want to know when there's a good idea, when they spit on you, you know they're excited about your idea. That's okay.
I'm sorry. In any case, so I'm planning to do these at lunch breaks and then whenever you can find me in the hallways. And so if you are interested, let me know ahead of time so that we can actually set a time to sit down. But I would love your help. I need your feedback. I want to know how I can solve your problems and do it effectively and well.
It's going to be just as good as the sound immersion focus things that they're doing. You know, you can sign up for the sound immersion meditations before and at lunch. So yeah, come and get some swag and do some sound immersion.
Yeah. Absolutely. So that's going to be QuickBooks Connect. I can't see who the user is, but somebody says, see you in 2 weeks and buy me a drink and spit on me too.
Yeah, there's a good chance.
That's probably Marianne.
There's a really good chance that's going to be the thing.
I probably got it wrong. That might not be Marianne, but where was I? So
what's happening after QuickBooks Connect?
So then 2 weeks after QuickBooks Connect, we are going back to the ARIA for a new conference for us, the Digital CPA Conference, the DCPA, which is part of the AI CPA. And so I'm going to the DCPA conference, and it'll be my first time at the conference. And it's a conference for CPA firms. So it's not the pro advisors and the people doing the bookkeeping with the hands-on in the books. It's more firm level. And so I'm going to be doing that same needs assessment. And so if you are going to DCPA, I don't know who is going to be there. I know a few people have told me, but if you would take me by the hand and introduce me to your friends in that community, I would love it, because I'm breaking out of my comfort zone. Instead of being the person on the stage, I'm the person showing up for the first time going, ooh, look at them. Ooh, I want to meet them.
Also, I'm going to say this real quick. Like, we're like locked into the QB Connect party scene. No idea what's happened at this conference, and I'm sure there's after stuff and pre stuff and cool hangouts and stuff like that, like what happens at QBC. And we need to know. We would love to come and hang out with people in the evenings and come to some of the events happening around the conference, but we're not in the know.
Yeah, so anybody who is going to DCPA, please, like I said, take me by the hand, take me to where all the cool kids hang out, tell me where the parties are, and help a friend.
Or let us know, and we'll go ahead and take you to Piff the Magic Dragon with us, because I think we're going to go see Piff.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm a month and a half in Vegas. I'm not sure what to say.
Right. We're literally spending like half of a month there.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They love us.
It's your happy place. So I'm happy to take you along.
Hey, working is your happy place. Come on now. You get to go work.
Yeah, but I have fun with the people I work with.
There we go.
So yeah.
Anything else? We did it.
Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah. The things we put on the screen to remind you.
Right, exactly. So our next episode of the Unofficial Accountants podcast with Hector Garcia dropped today. We're on episode number 9. And this time we're talking about the new bill pay and the updates to the 1099 center. I've been having fun listening to it because it's very different when you're recording versus when you're listening to yourself. And there's been a couple times when I've been like, oh, did I say that out loud? And I'm particularly fond of episode 5 and episode 8, but they're not numbered in the podcast, so I can't tell you which ones to go to and which ones they are. So at Transistor, they're numbered. And so number 5 and number 8.
Number 8 is QuickBooks Online introduces charts of accounts and templates. And number 5 would be QuickBooks launches assisted bookkeeping and other news.
Yes. Those are thank you very much for having my back on that. So
why, sweetly.
Yeah, so those are my 2 favorite episodes so far. But people have been telling me that they're really digging it. It's fun for Hector and I because we get to take our in-depth product knowledge, but because this is not sponsored by Intuit and not affiliated by Intuit, we don't have to just talk about the good stuff. We can talk about I don't want to say the bad stuff because it's not bad stuff, but we get to give our opinions about how they could improve things. And so,
I'll tell you, it's pretty meta when you're listening to your own podcast and you make yourself laugh. You're like, oh, wow, that's weird. Look, I'm pretty funny. It's
I actually listened to myself and said, wow, that's a great idea. And then realized that I just said it.
That was my idea. Yeah, let's give yourself some credit here.
Right. All right. let's call it good with that.
Professional content creators here. We're doing just fine. With that, I'm Jamie.
I'm Alicia.
And we'd like to thank you for coming and spending this time with us live in the Owl's Nest, and we will
see you in class.
see you in Vegas.
See you in Vegas.
Hoot, hoot.